Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, while he's back in town, we're going to start back on some progress for the YJ Project Misfit. And today we're going to be mounting some 20-inch raceline beadlocks on our Milestar MT02s. We're pretty excited about this.
Yeah, this 42-inch tire, it's a 42, 13.5, 20. We're going to be mounting some, We're going to be mounting some 20-inch beadlocks, like he said, on them. It's a beautiful wheel. We'll show you guys what those look like. And we're going to get them fitted up on the YJ so we get an idea as to what they look like on the YJ. But in addition, we're making a lot of changes to the YJ. As things have progressed, we've decided it's just going to be easier in the long run to do the things we ultimately want to do. And then the whole front suspension setup is changing. We are going to be picking up a new axle for it and rebuilding that and getting it ready for the new suspension. So with all that being said, we're going to start working on the beadlocks. We're going to get them mounted and then put them on the YJ. We've got to make some room and rearrange Jeeps, but we're going to get a lot of work done to the YJ hopefully and then give you guys a huge update. So let's get into it. That's good, that's good. We're going too far. We have a beautiful set of raceline beadlocks right here. If you guys recognize, oh, the valve stem's already in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sorry, a little off tangent there, but if you guys recognize this wheel, it's the same wheel my dad has on his JK. Really like this setup, and in a 20-inch setup, it looks really cool. The spokes, I just like the way it looks in a big wheel. So this is the raceline beadlock we're going to be running, and then in the back you can see our 42-inch MT02s. This is a whole different beast than a 17. Just carrying these out and putting them in the garage, they are a heavy wheel, at least compared to a 17. So you guys get to watch us through a time lapse, not struggle, but work through putting some beadlocks on some bigger tires. So
It's a lot of bolts.
yeah. So we're gonna get started on this and enjoy the time lapse of this happening.
Actually going to fit these new tires.
So we're gonna get these mounted up, see what they look like, possibly get the LS, because that is what's going inside the Jeep next. Didn't really say anything until now, so we are putting an LS in the YJ, and we're gonna keep the same, it's an SM465.
Yeah, it's a 205 and a 465.
SM465 transmission, and then we have the 205 and then the doubler, so those are all going to stay. Bell housing is all going to bolt up right to the LS, and then we have a wiring harness that we're going to get that will mate everything together. It's already set up for a 5-speed. That's the idea. So you guys will see us pull the LS out. We're going to get these mounted up. And then as for the suspension in the front, we are going to be picking up an 05 Plus Dana 60, so we're going to take out this 99 to 04 Dana 60. So if anybody wants it, let us know. We'll sell it to you. And we're going to swap in the 05 Plus Dana 60, and then we're going to 3-link it, do a set of coilovers. So I think it's just going to, I know a lot of people wanted us to keep the leaf spring setup, but you know, for where we're going, the direction with this build, I think the 3-link and the coilovers is just going to be a much better setup. and we'll have a lot more bumper options. The bumper on there now is, we have to run it because that's where the shackles for the Leafs are. So yeah, more changes, and I think the changes are for the better, which we're excited for. Anything you want to add?
No, I agree, 100%. It's a spider. I was trying to get it, but not looking like I was swatting it.
There's a bug in the spider web.
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
All right.
all right. So we're gonna swap all these on.
All right, well, here it is. I mean, we just got the wheels and tires mounted, and
Here it is, like it's completely finished.
no, it's not finished yet, but for us, this is a huge step forward just because we've been waiting on these for a while, and for us, this is kind of a game changer. It definitely gives us a little bit more motivation to move forward.
Yep. Seeing the vision, kind of how it's gonna look when it's kind of in its finished state, is definitely motivating, like you said. And there's still a lot of work to be done, which gets us into the next thing we're going to be talking about, which is the LS. Originally, this LS was going to be in the Cherokee Chief, which we started a series on and kind of dwindled out, mainly because we had a lot going on, and then we found this project. With all that,
Yeah, but the
we
Cherokee,
found this, and we're interested in this, and it's going to be a full custom project, so we wanted this. The LS, it's a 6.0, right?
yes,
So I think it's a mid-2000s.
somewhere right. Is that what is that? Of a 2000 mid 2000s Tahoe, I think.
So it's a 6.0. We're going to be running it in this. We're going to go pull it out of the Cherokee Chief frame, show you guys what we're working with, and then the only thing we got to change is some motor mounts, get those mocked up on YJ, and then it'll sit in place.
Yeah, for what it's worth, if you guys didn't know why we're doing the LS, it's just because the small block that we had, it was going to be a little bit more work to try to get that back on the road or get it back together. We were looking at another small block, and then we said, you know what, we already have an LS, so let's just go with that.
Yeah, it's going to be easier for the wheeling and all that, and just more reliability. So LS is going in there, 3-linking the front, coilovers in the front. Then it'll be time to drive it.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yep. I might lean forward and get the trains off. I think there's just these bolts everywhere here, and that's it.
One here.
Mary, just jack that just a hair. Just one pump. We should just pull this off. It's on.
So the spline or whatever.
Yeah. It's just
You need me to jack it up?
no, I just want to make sure there's no more bolts.
Another one.
No,
Gotta be another
it's the studs. It's the dowels.
There you go.
Yeah.
I guarantee you if I just jack it up.
Oh, no.
No.
That's
Just
not
pry it
gonna
off.
stop.
See? Now try it.
Come on.
It's the weight. It's the weight of the
I
dowels.
swear to God. See? See?
Mom! You see how much higher it is?
CPS.
Child Protective Services? You got that?
Yep. One,
Lift with your back, not your legs.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Bro!
6. What? Good God! Freaking heavy!
Come on.
Holy.
Well, it also doesn't help,
Yeah, no.
but there's grease everywhere in there.
Watch your back.
1, 2.
Young man strength.
So a real man does it. I just picked it up too. So to continue talking about the reason why we're changing up the front axle and suspension of the YJ, mainly it's because of packaging, and this leaf spring setup just comes so far out forward, and clearancing for the tires when we're articulating or turning is just, this is all going to hit and bind. We want to be able to change the bumper. Like I mentioned before, this is attached to the bumper, so we just don't like that setup. We're going to change that. For the steering, the 05 Plus style axle is easier to run a high steer kit on. So
Yeah, better conversion options.
yeah, so we want to run high steer on this, and we wouldn't, I think there's options to do it with the 99 to 04 Dana 60, but with the leaf spring setup, it's going to be very close and tight where that is to run a high steer setup. So the 05 Plus will help us with steering. It'll help us with, I believe it's a stronger axle as well. I know some of the guys out there who are axle nerds will be able to tell us the difference between a 99 to 04 and 05 Plus. But mainly the steering issue for a high steer kit is what we want. And since we're doing that, we already have a 3-link kit here, and it was originally going to go on my TJ, but we have it, let's use it, and we're going to be able to use it on this. So yeah, we'll get a 3-link kit on here. It'll just clean everything up, make everything look much nicer, and then the coilovers will be really nice.
Yeah, so we'll be definitely running coilovers in the front, and like Luke said, the 3-link just gives us more options for trails, more articulation. So I think
I would love to run the leaf springs. I like the look of them, and I think it's just cool to run leaf springs, but just for what we want, the level we want this build to be finished at, I think just the 3-link's going to be, and plus we've never done a 3-link, so it'll be fun to kind of learn that process and figure that out. So yeah, that's what we're doing. LS is out of the Cherokee, which we were originally going to use it for, and we just have to change the motor mounts. So then once we get the motor mounts out of this, weld in the new ones, get the LS mocked up. We already have a wiring harness that we're going to pick up from a buddy who it's all plug and play, ready to go for this transmission. And then we can work on getting fuel cell, fuel lines run to get it fired up, check all that stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, we're really excited with how this project's coming along. It's been kind of off to the side. Bless you.
Yeah. And the other cool thing is the bell housing that we had on the small block 350, we physically just bolted that onto the LS, so that will mate up right to the drivetrain that we already have in here. So just a few, I think just some clearance issues, maybe some adaptation for that setup, but other than that, I think we're good to go.
Yeah, the next big thing for us is going to be taking these axles out, taking them up to Justice Off-Road for gears. It's going to get gears, and we have some torque. Of course, you're wearing the shirt.
So that's
some torque lockers that are going in front and rear. We have one of their prototype kits for the Sterling 10.5, and then because we're using the same style axle in the front, their Dana 60 torque locker will work in the 05 Plus. So we don't know what gears we're going to run. I think 513s would probably be better. I'll have to talk to Danny. 513s or 538s. If anybody out there has any recommendations, let us know. But
yeah, the doubler with whatever gears we go with, that's going to be like
more for
super crawling mode.
Yeah, so I'm assuming 513s or 538s is what we'll need, but we'll let you know what we plan on doing. So that's about it for this video. The YJ is still happening. I know my mom really wants to do some of the body work, so you guys will probably see a video of body work getting done, because we do need to get this thing painted. And if you guys have any color options that you want us to see paint the YJ, let us know. Yeah. We're still trying to figure out what color we want to paint it. So,
all right. I think that's it for today, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank
like
you.
and subscribe. We will see you in the next one.
See ya.